Hi, today we're going to learn about the Lewis structure. We're going to know why is it useful, we're going to learn how to do it, we're going to learn what is a double bond and what is a triple bond, and we're going to know what is a formal charge and a dipole charge, like this, and we're going to show some examples.
Gilbert N. Lewis was born the 23rd of October of 1875 in Weymouth, Massachusetts. He was a physiochemical who got a PhD in Harvard. He was best known for his discovery of the covalent bond and his concept of electron pairs.
A Lewis structure is a very simplified representation of the valence shell electrons in a molecule. It is used to show how electrons are arranged around individual atoms in a molecule. Electrons are shown as dots or for bonding electrons as a line between the two atoms. The goal is to obtain the best electron configuration.
You need to complete the octet in the outer shell. This is 9, so you don't have 8. And also you need to know the valence electrons. If not, you need to use the periodic table and see what is the electrons. This is the step-by-step to do the Lewis structure. The first step is write the compound, which is methane. Step 2 is write the valence electrons of each element. Step 3 is write each element with the valence electrons by pairs. Hydrogen is with 1 because it does complete the duet. After that, we have to make the bonds. Each line represents the bond between two electrons, so each element has to do neutral. Then we make the operation the valence electrons of each element minus the bonds in the compound shown in the Lewis structure.
These elements must follow the octet rule, which means they prefer to have 8 electrons in the valence shell.
This is a compound of methane, and this is the Lewis structure. First, you set up the elements with the respective valence electrons. Carbon has 4 and hydrogen 1. So then you have the bonds, you make the bonds, and you erase the electrons. And there's a double bond between the two carbons because you have to complete the octet with 4 more electrons, and there is only one bond between carbon and hydrogen because with hydrogen you only have to complete the duet because that's the outer shell. This is full sulfur and oxygen. Oxygen has to have the valence electrons in 8, the octet, and sulfur can have more than 8. So here it doesn't matter how many bonds sulfur has. So little by little you make the bonds, and after you have sulfur with more than 8 electrons in its outer shell, there's a dipole moment because it goes from negative to positive to negative. It's a complete dipole moment, and after that you make the operations to know if it's balanced. So 6 minus 6 is 0, and after that you make the one with 1 bond of oxygen. 6 minus 1 minus 5, 0, and 6, and after.
First of all, we need to see how many valence electrons each element has. Then we do the Lewis structure, and we need to use a triple bond. And after that, we subtract the bonds we have to the valence electrons of each element.
Lewis structures are diagrams that represent the valence electrons of atoms within a molecule. These Lewis symbols and Lewis structures help visualize the valence electrons of atoms and molecules, whether they exist in lone pairs or within bonds.